Today, I'll clear up all your doubts about which action camera to buy, a traditional one or a 360. I'm Gava from Bonnie & Gava, and I've been working with Insta360 for over 2 years, ever since they launched their underwater division with their first invisible dive case for the X3. Since then, we've tested both 360 camera and single lens cameras in all kinds of conditions. Right now, the AcePro 2 is their latest traditional model, and the X5 is their newest 360. Let's look at the differences by reviewing some of the best clips we've filmed with both, and see which one is right for you. We'll start with one of the most beautiful videos we shot with AcePro 2. We filmed it this year in the Maldives, so of course the colors are stunning and the blue is incredible. The camera really captures it. For this shot, I was upside down with the camera on a pole pointing straight down. That let me get very close to the corals, even moving it sideways. This way, I created a blur foreground effect that feels really cinematic. The corals in front are out of focus, the diver in the back is moving, and even the mask reflection adds to the shot. The quality is amazing, and that's really the strength of the AcePro 2. Top quality traditional framing. Now let me show you a clip we filmed with the X5 in the same place the next day under almost identical conditions. To frame Mickey at the same size as with the AcePro 2, the camera had to be much closer to her, and this time she's holding it herself, so it's a selfie. The colors are still beautiful, the corals came out perfectly, and the blue is gorgeous. But the style is different, less cinematic, though still great for telling a story. Now let's move to what's probably the best video I've ever filmed, or at least the most magical moment I've ever lived in the water. And I managed to capture it. This was with the X4 because the X5 wasn't out yet, it was last November. Dolphins playing all around me. You can see how this would be impossible to capture with any other camera, because they were everywhere. And I can even edit the footage in 3 or 4 different ways to tell different stories. I can focus more on the dolphins or more on myself. But this way you really feel the magic of that interaction, dancing with dolphins at 7 meters deep. And the best part is, I'm not even looking at the camera, I'm just playing with them, knowing the 360 is recording everything. I don't have to think about framing, I can enjoy the moment 100% and still capture it. That's the true magic of Insta360's X series, letting you be present while still having incredible memories. Of course, filming a moment like this isn't easy. Beyond freediving skills, capturing it takes some tricks. A 360 records everything, but in editing, you'll still need to frame it for a flat vertical phone or horizontal computer screen. To include both me and the dolphins, I turned the camera away from them, so we're both in the shot. Then, since they swim all around me, I can choose the angles in post and follow their movements. The result is stunning. It really shows what that moment felt like. This kind of shot would have been impossible with a traditional camera. With a 360, you just need a few adjustments to make the most of it. If you're planning to buy one or already own one, I recommend watching our tutorial on how to get the best results so you don't waste amazing moments with footage that could look even better. Now let's look at another video that shows the AcePro 2's biggest strength, its performance in tough conditions. Here we're inside a cave in Mexico, 30 meters deep. It's a very dark cave, closed off with a small hole in the center, letting in a single ray of light that illuminates maybe 10% of the cave. The rest is pitch black. And yet this little camera delivers incredible quality, rich colors, no grain or noise, even at 60 frames per second, without using its low light mode. I also filmed this same scene with the X4 on the same day, just 10 minutes earlier, for comparison. But because of how 360 cameras are built, the quality could never be the same. With 2 lenses, you're always shooting both into the light and into the darkness, and it's very hard for the camera to balance the two. With AcePro 2, you only frame a small part of the cave. With an X series, you're capturing 90% darkness and that small beam of light. That's tough for any camera, so the result has a lot of noise in the shadows. The light is exposed well, the colors are good, but you lose some quality. There was even a bit of lens flare on my hand because I forgot how to position it. The trick to avoid it is not to point one lens into the light and the other into the dark, but to split the light between them. When I finally turn toward the ray, the flare disappears. That's the trick with the X series cameras. Small update. After we finish filming this tutorial, Insta360 has released their pure video mode also for the X5. This means that you're gonna get grain-free videos in the dark conditions I just showed you, also with the X5. AcePro 2 remains a beast in these conditions and is super specialized for this, but you're gonna get great footage also with the X5. Now let's talk about underwater colors. Shooting colors underwater is tricky because white balance gets thrown off. Water acts like a blue filter, shifting sunlight more and more toward blue the deeper you go. Both of these cameras handle it really well, but since the X series always sees in all directions, it seems to always get the white balance perfect, especially from 50 meters up to the surface. You can see in these clips how the sky is a beautiful blue, skin tones look natural, better even than our professional Sony, which often gets it wrong. The AcePro 2 is smart too, but since it doesn't always see the sun, I think it struggles a bit in some conditions. X-series videos almost never need color correction near the surface. They look amazing straight out the camera. What I believe is the most important factor in choosing between these two cameras is how you want to use them. If your goal is to film other things, animals, corals, sharks, the AcePro 2 is clearly better. Here's an example from the same dive. With the AcePro 2, you see 50 sharks, maybe more. Some were only 10 meters away, others 20. Even at 30 meters deep, the quality is amazing. The next day, I filmed the same thing with the X5. Don't focus on the noise, look at the framing. Because it's 360, the lens is ultra wide. The sharks at the same distance are barely visible. So if you're filming something small at 10 meters like a shark, you just won't capture it well with the X5. But when you turn the shot toward me, it's framed perfectly. The camera is less than a meter away and it looks like someone else is filming me. That's incredible. So the bottom line is, if you want yourself to be the star of the video, the best selfie camera in the world right now is the Insta360 X5. You can see it with the dolphin example. Both shots are selfies. The AcePro 2 is tighter, though still great quality. But if selfies are your main goal, go for the X5. It looks like someone else is filming you. Colors are beautiful, skin tones are perfect, straight out the camera, no editing. And just in case you didn't know, for the past 3 years, Insta360's 360 cameras have had invisible dive cases. Not only do they hide the case, they also remove the pole automatically. It really looks like someone else is filming you. Now, another common question. Is a 360 easy to use, or does it make things more complicated? The truth is, there's a bit of a learning curve because framing is different, but once you get it, it's actually easier. If you're preparing for a big trip, I'd suggest testing it in a pool first, even outside the water, just to see how it feels, and then review the results in post-production. On our group trips, we also run workshops on how to use them, and we've seen that within 1 or 2 dives, after reviewing the footage and getting a couple of tips, everyone understands it and can enjoy it fully. So if you bought one for a dream trip, whether it's swimming with whales in Polynesia, diving in the Maldives, or anywhere this summer, definitely check out our tutorials to get the most out of it. Now, do you know which one is right for you? Here's a quick summary. I would choose the AcePro 2 if your goal is to tell cinematic stories with top quality, filming mainly others, animals, landscapes, people. But if your goal is to tell your own story, with yourself at the center, then nothing beats the Insta360 X5, or the X series in general. Especially if you want creative shots like these ones that you're seeing. There's simply no other camera on the planet that can do it, at any price. And it's the only one that lets you live the moment while knowing you're capturing everything, without spending the whole dive staring at a screen. Personally, I love that. Either way, you cannot go wrong. They're both outstanding cameras. We've also pinned the comment below with our recommended settings for both the AcePro 2 and the Insta360 X4/X5. If you have any other questions, leave them there. That's all for today. Ciao!